Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today is another edition of Reading My Mission Journal. I've been told by somebody that they thought that it was boring hearing me read my mission journal, but enough of you have watched and liked the videos that it is obvious that some people enjoy me reading my mission journal, so I'm going to continue on with it. And again, the reason I'm reading my mission journals is because I haven't read through my mission journals after my mission, and it's been quite a few years. And I thought that other people may enjoy me reading my mission journals so they can see what it's like to serve a mission. So with that, I'll start off where I left off last time. Monday, January 13th, 2003. Oh, and I'm not reading anyone's names unless it's their first name. I'll read their first name, but I'm not reading anyone's last names unless they're in a position of authority, such as a stake president or mission president or somebody like that. Then I'll go ahead and read their last name because it's not too difficult to figure out who they are anyway, because they're in a position of authority. But everybody else, I won't be reading their names. Monday, January 13th, 2003. Clear, hot. We cleaned, sort of. We ate breakfast at Honora's. We went to Halonulu to rent some bikes. And then we all went with Patrick and his friends to Kanena Point. We took some pictures inside of a cave. When we were through, we went to Patrick and went to Patrick and ate burgers. We, Elder K and I, taught the I family boy in the first discussion. And we had dinner with the B family. Then we came home and checked all of the vital fluids in the car, or actually I checked the car while Elder K watched. I wrote letters today, and I won't mention who I wrote letters to because nobody cares. Tuesday, January 14th, 2003. Cloudy, light rain. Elder K and I got up early to wash the car. Our pad went to the stake center for zone conference, and we had to be there by 7:30. On the way up, we stopped at the zone leader's pad. President Willis interviewed us, and Sister Willis talked to us. I love talking to President Willis. He is such a spiritual man. When Sister Willis gave her talk, she said that every time she says Ramiumtum, she wants all of us to stand, raise our right arm, and shout, "We will baptize." For those of you who aren't real familiar with the Book of Mormon, Ramiumtum is a term from the Book of Mormon. And there was a place where, I think it was it Alma and I think it was definitely in the Book of Alma. And there was this group of people where they had diverged away from the true church, and they had this stand in the middle of their church they called the Ramiumtum. And everyone would get up there on the stand and they'd talk about how their church was true and all other churches were false, and how they were saved and everybody else was lost. And everybody would do that, and that was called the Ramiumtum. And so that's a term. So she said whenever she said Ramiumtum, she wanted us to raise our arm and shout, "We will baptize." After Sister Willis' remarks, we had lunch in the gym that was provided by the members. After lunch, after the first training, all of my district and zone had to sing a special musical number. Sister Willis awarded the coconut. I'm not sure what that is. We did not win, but our car got 90%. President Willis talked about email and how he does not want us to use computers, but he has to. President Willis didn't want us to use email, but the church came out with a policy that you could email your family. And so President Willis said he didn't want to allow us to use email, but since it was a church policy, he had to. And President Wells made us all raise our right arm to the square and promised that we would not misuse the privilege or disobey the rules. He also told us about how the bar for missionary service has been raised. He also told us that we should be aggressive at home teaching. I certified on the first 3 discussions before we came back to Waianae. We ate at Wendy's. Today, after Zone Conference, Elder Kay and I taught the crazy lady who thinks that she saw the Virgin Mary. Actually, we taught her son the first discussion. When we were through, we went to Brother Kay, and he took us to the Yim family to teach the first. Brother Kay is a great guy, and Brother Kay is a great guy to have with us while we teach. I think that his testimony has really helped the Yim family. We were going to teach the other K family after, but they were not home. I got a letter from Mom. Yeah, I kind of hate it that I have to just refer to them as the K family or something like that, but I don't really think it's fair to give everybody's last names, so I'm not going to. Cloudy, cool, or at least by Hawaii standards. Fairly heavy rain this morning until almost noon, very windy. A couple of appointments fell through, and we went to the store to buy toilet paper and other necessities. Elder Kay and I went to the Boys and Girls Club to help out. I had a lot of fun helping the kids with their homework. We talked to a few inactive members, and a member dropped off pizza at the pad for us. Elder Kay and I went to the B family's house to help with the home teaching. I went with Brother A, and Elder Kay went with Brother B. I visited Sister C, the L family, which happened to not be the... I don't understand what I'm saying right there. The oldest boy who is in the service, his name is Lave. The rest of the family is not. The mom did not know that her son had set up an appointment and he was not home. I set up an appointment for next Tuesday. We also visited the C family and shared a lesson. Sister C gave us jam to take home. When we got back to the B family house, Brother B and Brother A did not want to turn his engine off because the shift lever in his truck broke and he could not shift it into park. After everyone got there, he left to go home. For the rest of us, Sister B had brownies. Thursday, January 16, 2003. Clear and hot. Elder A came for the day, and Elder C went to A's area. They will go back the next day. Elder K and I went to see Senate. We tracked it for a little while. Most of the people that we met were mean. We went to see Roberto to teach her, but her and her family were in the process of moving. We volunteered to help them move tomorrow. All 4 of us elders went to the Boys and Girls Club to help out. We stopped to see Fred and Marvin. Marvin agreed to go to the Testament Saturday. We read with Aaron, the son of the crazy Catholic lady who thinks that she saw the Virgin Mary. Out of the Book of Mormon, we stopped to see Blank, and Sister Blank asked us to bless her. I guess I didn't know her name because I just left that spot blank. I blessed her and her husband anointed. We went to Brother A's house to go out with him, but he was 30 minutes late, and he was not there. His neighbors told us that he just left. We went to see Sister M and told her that she told us that we had to reschedule because Oh no, we told her we had to reschedule because we could not find our team up when it could not come in. So basically, if there's rules, is if there's a single woman, the missionaries can't go in. You have to have a member to go in with you, because there can't just be two missionaries in with a single woman. There has to be there has to be 3 women in the house, or there has to be somebody with the missionaries. Earlier today, we gave the P family back their VCR, and we went to the N family, and from there I called Brother P to see if he could take us to see the Testaments. He told me that Sister K called and told him that we were supposed to have dinner with her. We stopped by the blank family and had dinner with them. Had lunch with them. Friday, January 17, 2003. Clear and hot. Elder A stayed until after devotional, around 11 a.m. I went with Elder C in the Makaha. Most of her, actually all of our appointments fell through. The 17-year-old girl that we tracked it into last time I was in Makaha told us not to teach her anymore because her mother did not approve of it. She also told us that she is reading the Book of Mormon, that she likes it. At 6 p.m., I went back with Elder K and we stopped by to talk to the C family and Brother C and get Brother C to go with us. But since our appointments fell through, we stayed at his house and he fed us dinner. We tried to get a ride to Testaments for tomorrow. We finally succeeded. We stopped by Sister K. After we got home, Elder B told us that Brother B called us, so Elder K and I went and gave him a blessing, and I anointed and Elder K blessed. Saturday, December 18, 2003, clear and hot. All 4 of us elders went to the Boys and Girls Club, and I tied balloon animals for the kids. Sister F and her kids were not too nice. Elder K and I, after the service, went to try to find a ride for the Testaments on Monday. We had to cancel our trip to Testaments today because we could not find a ride. We found a ride for Monday. This is my 3rd day in a row without mail. I taught the first discussion to a guy at the Boys and Girls Club. All the rest of our appointments fell through. We visited the K family and they signed up for dinner. We tried to see the M family, but they were not home. We had dinner with the C family. I fixed the broken chess pieces, and them and I played a game of chess with the oldest boy, and I made a very bad move and said, "Oh crap." And they said, "Oh, the missionary said a naughty word." This made me decide to eliminate the word crap from my vocabulary. I gave the dinner message on the boy who saved his brother from the sinking ship. I guess that you could say that I won the game because I put him in a stalemate. When we were ready to leave, Sister C asked us to share a scripture, so I shared John 6:66-69, where Christ tells the people that he is the bread of life, and they are offended, but Simon Peter tells Christ that he knows that he is the Christ. I wrote letters to my sister Joan, but will not mail it until Monday. Sunday, January 19th, 2002. Clear and hot. There were 1 or 2 sprinkles toward the end of the day. We had PEC at 9 a.m. and Warren Council at 10. We announced the 40-day fast. The bishop was mad at us because we did not go to the funeral last week. He told me that I must have a flyer for the 40-day fast by next Sunday. We went to the singles ward. The first speaker was Sister G. She was talking about how you should be beautiful on the inside and marry someone who's beautiful on the inside. She said, if you want to be happy for the rest of your life, don't marry a pretty wife. When President Teo spoke, he sounded as if he had been smoking weed because of the things that he was saying. It was funny though. He told about how it is better to marry inside the church and be poor than to marry outside the church and be rich. We went to the Wine ward. Our ride for testaments backed out, so we had to find another. We had dinner with the C family at 4 p.m. They broke the Sabbath and bought lunch for us and themselves. We taught the fifth discussion to Lisa. Chantel was there and a non-member guy, family member. We went to the K family and had to reschedule. We got to the W family and we got the W family and the C family to agree to take us to the testaments tomorrow. I made the goal for the rest of my mission to go to bed 5 minutes early. Man, we were really struggling to get people to take us to the testaments. It was at the Polynesian Cultural Center. It's called The Testaments of One Fold and One Shepherd. And it was a production put out by the church about the Book of Mormon. Monday, January 20th, 2003. Cloudy, rain fairly hard off and on. We called President Willis to get permission to not have a devotional and go hiking at 7 a.m. Patrick and Felix were supposed to come and pick us up at 7, but they did not. I called and woke them up, and they arrived. And when they arrived, it was raining too hard to go hiking, so we went and ate breakfast at Honora's. After breakfast, we went to the Canana Point area and watched the water break. We almost got swallowed by the waves a few times, but we stood on the rocks by the shore. Then we drove around a while and went to see Patrick's folks. I wrote letters to a bunch of people. We went to the C family and they took us to the W family. From there we went to pick up Sean and Pauline, but they decided not to go to see the testaments. I was highly disappointed. I was also very discouraged, but I tried not to show it. Elder Kay and I went to see a couple of people and taught them the first discussion. The family is inactive and there was a 13-year-old non-member present. We went to see the In family and they fed us dinner, and we were not expected but just stopped by. Before we left, Sister Ian wanted us to give her a blessing. I anointed and Elder K blessed. When we got home, Brother H bought us cereal and milk. I did not get to take my 1-hour study certification today. Today was the first time on my mission that I forgot to shave. Oops, naughty. Tuesday, January 21st, 2003, clear and hot. We went to district meeting today. I tried to certify the last 3 discussions. Elder Murphy told me that I will have to retry the last discussion. I said 4 and 5 words. I said the 4 and 5 word for word, but I missed, or rather could not remember, 2 Nephi 31, 17 through 21, the last scripture in the last discussion. We taught Aaron the second discussion. I still think that he is kind of crazy. Brother K dropped dinner off for us from KFC, and we went to teach the M family's daughter the second discussion, and she agreed to be baptized. We taught Chantel the fourth discussion, and she agreed to be baptized, and she and Elvis agreed to get married. I received a letter from Joe and from my sister Joan. If somebody is living together and they weren't married, they had to get married before they could get baptized. And I think this will be the last day that I read. Or no, maybe not. I'll read 2 more. Wednesday, January 22nd, 2003. Clear and hot. We went to the K family to teach the brother of Sister K how to quit smoking. We volunteered at the Boys and Girls Club. We went to talk to Roberto and we helped them load trash for the dump. We had dinner with the C family. We did some follow-ups. We taught Lisa and Chantel the 6th discussion, and we still need to teach Chantel the 5th. Lisa asked if I would sing her a hymn, so I sang the first verse of A Poor Wayfaring Man of Grief. Everyone thought that I sang well. When I got home, Elder B asked me to sing A Poor Wayfaring Man of Grief, and he wanted me to sing all the verses, so I did. After we talked about After that, we talked about country songs that we like. I did not get any letters. Thursday, January 23rd, 2003. Mostly clear, light sprinkles today. We followed up to make sure that we were still going to the Testaments on Saturday. We went to the old ruins at lunch time. We volunteered at the Boys and Girls Club. Elder B and Elder Cheney rented a tandem bike, and it got stolen, but they found it within an hour. Elder B came from the office to look at the dings on her car. We talked to Mandy's mom about giving us free haircuts. We talked to the I family and the T family, and we shared the fourth discussion with them. We shared the third with Manu and her daughter, and we had dinner with the K family. I told them about my conversion story, and I received a letter from the B family and was excited to hear from them. Friday, January 24th, 2003. Cloudy and warm. It rained fairly hard tonight. Most of the people that we had appointments with today were not home. We went to Peach's house and she was not home, and we shared the first and she was not home, but we shared the first discussion with them. I don't understand what I mean by that. How do we share the first discussion if they weren't home? They are a little off, but they say that they want to talk more with us. We found out from them that the reason Jacoby is in the brig is because he went AWOL during Desert Storm. We checked once more to make sure that we are still on for the Testaments tomorrow, and we taught the second discussion to the I family's boy. Brother I wants us to take us fishing sometime. I received a letter from Sister F and from Heather. Saturday, December 25th, 2003. Partly cloudy, rain morning. Elder B and Elder C went to the temple. Elder K and I went to meet Sister H at the M family's house. We went and picked up one of his friends in Nanakuli. All of us rode in Sister H's van. She also brought her daughter. We watched the Testaments. Marvin told us he almost cried, but his friend was unaffected and did not like the movie too much. I met Elder D and Sister B at the Polynesian Cultural Center. Before we left, Sister H bought us all food from McDonald's. When we got back, we went to the baptism for the Makaha Award. Only Elder K and I went out of the Testaments group. Elder K and I was asked to do the intermission. We had dinner at the Wilcox house. I shared their name. And I shared the dinner message. We shared a video to Sister M's daughter, and then we talked to Brother M for a long time. When we got home, we had to take Felix to the gas station to get gas because his car ran out. I received a letter from Heidi and from Mom, and I realized today that I should not tell people a lot of the stuff that I know, because if I do, they will think that I'm a know-it-all. I think that will be it for today. I think that'll be all I'll read for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I will continue to read. That's about the end of this journal, but I've got plenty more journals to go. So, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and I will catch you in the next episode. Also, if you liked it, if you got any use out of it, I would highly appreciate it if you'd click the like button.